welcome back to Romantic Home Family, and welcome if y'all are new. I am Olivias with Romantic Home, and in today's video I am so excited to share with you guys 10 DIY, Dollar Tree, and budget-friendly fall decor crafts. For this video, we're going to be doing Shabby Chic, Love Shack Fancy, super elegant, and girly fall decor crafts. I'm putting all of the ones that I have done for you guys into this video so you guys can get totally inspired if you're into that Shabby Chic, Love Shack Fancy, really beautiful girly fall. Listen, also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am hosting a giveaway. I'm giving away 3 devotionals in collaboration with my sweet friend Stacy at By His Grace Candles. So you guys check that out. I'll link in the description box below for you guys. You don't want to miss out on that. And also pop over to my Olivias Romantic Home DIY Facebook page where I share daily crafting inspiration with you guys. And if you guys want to share photos of your home decor and DIY projects, pop over to my free Olivias Romantic Home DIY group page. I would love to have you guys, and I love to see what everybody's up to. So thank you for everybody that is brave enough to post pictures of your home decor and DIY projects. My hair is doing something crazy today. Okay, I know you guys are here for the crafting and decorating. Without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting.
I'm going to create kind of a glamorous topiary. So I'm starting out with this Dollar Tree carvable pumpkin. These are foam pumpkins, and I'm just going to use my Waverly white chalk paint and chalk paint my pumpkin. Now I did give it about 3 coats of chalk paint, and I let it dry about 45 minutes in between coats to make sure that it was really nice and covered. This is going to be a topiary. Again, I did one in one of my last videos and you guys absolutely loved it, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a twist on this and make it more of a glamorous topiary. Now, I'm also going to take 2 of the Dollar Tree ceramic pumpkins and chalk paint them as well. I want them to all be the same color. That way they kind of all match. And also, I just want to let you all know that the little ceramic pumpkins come with holes in the bottom of them already with the holes. So they're a really great way to make a topiary. And so I am going to go ahead and paint the top part of this white. I do end up going back and painting it gold, but I wasn't for sure where I was going with it, so I just painted the entire thing white. Now I'm taking this Mackenzie Childs napkin. I find them on the Mackenzie Childs website. They're the cocktail size napkins, and I'm just going to cut out the flowers on the napkin. The other thing you want to do is remove the white part of the napkin that's on the backing. That will help your napkin stick better to your pumpkin. So I'm just going to add a layer of Mod Podge that I got at Dollar Tree to my pumpkin and then gently stick my little napkin on here. Now you can get a napkin from anywhere. Walmart carries napkins, Dollar Tree carries beautiful napkins, Tuesday Mornings has beautiful prints. If you want to make this exact one though, you'll probably have to order off the Mackenzie Childs website, but you guys can really get creative and customize this to suit your personal decor. So again, I'm just adding another layer of napkins and Mod Podge, and I do add a layer of Mod Podge over my napkin just to make sure that it's sealed and that it's really nice and stuck on here. And oh my goodness, I think this is beautiful. I have seen pumpkins that are hand painted with the flowers, and they are so much more expensive in the high-end decor stores. Now for the next part of this DIY, I'm going to take one of the ceramic pumpkins that I had painted white, and I'm just going to begin to run my marker. This is just a little gold paint marker. They sell these at Dollar Tree, and also I find mine at Michael's Craft Store, and I'm just going to trace lines down the little grooves and ridges of the pumpkins. Then I'm going to go around the pumpkin. I'm going to make this in a checkerboard pattern with the pink and white. So shout out to my girl Deanne Mendoza. She paints some really beautiful Mackenzie Childs inspired goodies on my Facebook group page. So you guys are definitely going to have to join us over on my Olivias Romantic Home Facebook group page. There are so many inspiring people over there posting so many fun things. But I had to give her a shout out because she does some really pretty pink and white shabby chic designs. So I'm just taking this pink acrylic craft paint, and it's in the pink blush, the apple barrel craft paint. You find that at Walmart, and I'm just going to paint my little squares. I'm using a smaller brush to do this, that way I have a little bit better control. You can also use a paint pen marker if you feel like that the painting part would be hard for you. Remember to give yourself grace. This does not have to be perfect. Also, it's just a a $1 pumpkin. So if you're really nervous and afraid to try this, you can always, if you mess up, just paint over a solid color. I have had to do that before, so I want you guys to try it out and don't be afraid to try this craft. I did end up using 2 coats of the pink paint to get really great coverage. Now I'm going to do pink stripes for my top pumpkin, and I'm just freehanding this, and I'm going every other one with the pink paint. So I already have the white base down, and then I'm just painting the pink stripes down. And again, I did do 2 to 3 coats with the apple barrel pink craft paint. And now think about this, you all can customize this to suit your decor. So if you don't care for pink, that's totally fine. I know it's not quite a traditional fall color, but a lot of my ladies out there that love shabby chic, I wanted to just share this video with you guys because I always try to share as many styles as I can get out as the season progresses. So I thought this would inspire you for everybody that loves pink, but if you don't love pink, go for purple or blue or gold or whatever style suits your fancy. Now I am going in with some gold paint, and I do get my gold paint from Arteza Craft Company. It is such a beautiful metallic gold. I really love it. I'm almost out of it, so I am going to have to order some more, but I'm taking an even smaller brush and I'm running it down the grooves of my lines. So this is another little tip when you're painting these checks or these stripes. If you take a paint pen marker and outline them, outline your stripes or checks with a paint marker or even just a fine tip paintbrush, that is going to clean up some of your work where maybe you felt like your lines were a little bit wobbly or not perfect. And I will tell you, I was so nervous to start trying to paint these checks and stripes, and I'll admit, my first round of DIYs on these, I look back on it, I'm like, oh my goodness, it wasn't as good. I feel like I've gotten a lot better, but I've practiced a lot. So again, it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. In the Mackenzie Childs creations, the ones that I have from them, you can see the artist paint lines in them, and they're not perfect as well. So just a little tip there to give you guys a little bit more confidence and grace. Now I'm taking this cute little basket that I found at the thrift store, and I'm popping some styrofoam into this. And if you want to create a topiary with these foam pumpkins, all you have to do is pop a little wooden dowel, popsicle stick, floral stem, anything that has some strength to it into the foam pumpkins, and then pop it into your styrofoam. I'm also adding a popsicle stick to the top of this, and then I did add some hot glue. It's just going to stabilize it to keep it kind of from wobbling around. These are not going to be outside, they're just going to be in my home. So I did add some hot glue to the base of my pumpkins and top that off. Now I'm sharing with you guys 2 different ideas for how to do these pumpkins, where you can add a floral arrangement where you add some pretty florals with these pretty leaves and different flowers. I did get the brown neutral leaves at Michael's, just a little tip there. So there are so many ways that you all can style a topiary. You can add the florals to the base, and here is how that is going to look if you want to do a beautiful floral arrangement. And then here is the other option where you remove the florals and just use your topiary as is. I kind of do like this topiary without the florals this time, just for me personally, because I want to really be able to see that beautiful floral pattern that I decoupaged onto the base of it. But again, whatever you're going for in your decor, you could actually make 2 of these and leave them one without the floral, and then make a pretty floral arrangement with one. Or maybe you're framing out a mantle and you would want to make a floral for either side. Really, the sky is the limit. Have fun with it, customize it to suit your personal fun home decor. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this Happy Harvest sign and remove the raffia bow at the top. I'm then going to take my painter's tape and run it down the front part of this sign and just mark off little lines. I want to make a glam gold checkerboard pattern with this and just kind of jazz it up a little bit. Now, the sign is absolutely adorable and super cute, but this is just an option if you wanted to do something different and kind of customize it. Hobby Lobby carries so many these signs with a buffalo check pattern, so I thought it would be fun to do something kind of just with the white and gold checks, again just to doll it up. So I'm taking this gold acrylic paint. I get my gold acrylic paint at Artisa. It's an online crafting company, and it's a really nice metallic color. So when you go to look for gold paints, I always think the metallic looks so pretty and glamorous. So I'm going in, I'm painting a gold check square and then a white check square, again just to kind of jazz it up a little bit. This pattern is so popular at Hobby Lobby right now, and they actually do more of the buffalo check, which is beautiful as well. To do that, you would just add another color to your checks. Super fun and fabulous, and this was just a quick and easy little craft. The other idea you could do is, instead of painting the check pattern, you could just go around the entire pumpkin and paint it gold if you wanted to glamorize it just a little bit, or you could go around it and paint it all white or pink or purple or whatever color suits your fancy. Have fun with it and customize it to suit your decor. Now that I have 2 coats of my checks painted, I'm going to go ahead and add this cute little jeweled bow. Again, I get all of my jewels at totallydazzled.com. I'll leave a link for you all down below. They sell packs of beautiful, dazzling glam jewels for next to nothing. You guys are going to love it. I hot glued the little jewel to the front, and then I'm going in with one more coat of my white and gold checkerboard just to make sure it had a really good coverage. I ended up using 3 coats total, and I am so loving this. It looked so pretty once I was finished, and it just gave it a different look, dazzling it up and going in with my kind of gold glam setting here with the Shabby Chic flare and my little teapot. Oh my goodness, you guys, so fun and fabulous. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this little mini ceramic pumpkin. I painted it white. It was originally green, but I painted it white with some chalk paint. I added several coats of chalk paint, and now that the chalk paint is dry, I'm going in with a layer of Mod Podge. I want to make it again kind of a Cinderella pumpkin, but this time I want to just add loads of glitter. So this is one of the most fun things. I have been doing these pumpkins for years. Years and years and years ago, I had an Etsy shop and I painted pink pumpkins and I dazzled them up with glitter and jewels and ribbons. So just think about customizing it to suit your fancy and your decor. So now I'm taking some extra fine glitter, and I find this in the crafts section at Walmart. It's an iridescent glitter, and after I had my Mod Podge on, which you guys could also use craft glue, would be totally fine. Elmer's craft glue would work just as well. I added a layer of glitter, and then I'm just going to clean up my paint job and add in that gold stem. So I'm just using some metallic gold craft paint to make my gold stem, and here is how it looks. I also used a jewel to glue to the top to give it a little bit more glam effect. These jewels, again, from totallydazzled.com. You guys, I am so in love with their jewels, and these little ceramic pumpkins I think look so good customized, especially to glamorize them and have them suit your decor. I see these pumpkins that are all glammed up in the high-end decor stores, and they are so expensive. So these little Dollar Tree pumpkins are a great little buy. They should be out at your stores by now, or they should be coming very soon. But have fun with it, and as always, I ask that you all let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video, and which one will you be recreating? Do you all decorate in a glamorous style for fall, or do you do more of a traditional style? Do you add some glam touches? So I actually had used these last year and made some really beautiful florals at the top. So they have little holes punched in the top and a little bit of hot glue that I really tried to get off, but I have a little tiny bit of paint left over from painting my bedroom. The most glorious pink color in the whole wide world. And so I'm just going to use that on these pumpkins. This is just interior latex house paint. Now, I will tell you that I sealed them with an acrylic sealer and I used 3 coats of paint. And I think it's a bit odd also because the paint doesn't look nearly as pink on these pumpkins as it does on the walls, which I'm not for sure why that is. Maybe at the bottom some of the pigment came out, or because I'm painting over the orange. But anyway, we're going to paint these beautiful pumpkins pink, and I think you guys should grab some old pumpkins you guys might have and paint them whatever color suits your fancy. Let's get creative. Pick your absolute favorite color. Maybe it's blue, purple, red, and paint some beautiful pumpkins, or just pick a scheme and paint some pumpkins, or just leave your pumpkins as is because the orange is absolutely adorable as well. Now once I have my pumpkins all painted with several coats and I use some acrylic sealer on them, I'm just going to paint the little top stems. They were a really dark brown and that was fine, but I had kind of gotten a little sloppy with my pink paint, so I just used a little bit of gray and yellow paint for the top. Then I had already pre-tied these satin pink bows. They were actually going to go on a different project, but I didn't end up liking it on the project that I originally had it intended for, so I'm going to add it to these cute little pumpkins because if you guys can see very closely on the pumpkins, there's like some little gash marks and some hot glue that I couldn't get off. So this is an upcycle, repurpose, reuse. I wouldn't say it's trash to treasure because these definitely aren't trash worthy, but they're definitely treasure worthy. So I'm just adding the cute little pink satin bows. Now originally I had wanted to do a larger bow, but I did not have enough ribbon. I wanted them to match. What do you guys think? Do you like the pink satin bow, or should I use that stripy ribbon off to the side? I wanted also them to not be taken over by the bow, which I have a tendency to really go over the top. So I'm just going to live with them like these and see what I think. Let me know in the comment section. Do you guys love these? Are they too girly? What do you think? I think these also would be great for a girl's bedroom or just the most girliest house ever, which you guys know I have. They're also fun, you know, if you're celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or honoring or celebrating. I don't know that we should say celebrate, but for some it might be a celebration, and then for others it might be honoring. So anyway, I'm just going to add these to either side of my stove, which is a bit aggressive. They're a bit large for this space, but I think they look super adorable, and I can't wait to share this awesome new recipe with you guys. Okay, for this kind of late summer, early fall recipe, or just really any time you guys can make these, you want to grab some of your bananas that are looking as if they're going to not be okay. But it's the perfect time to take some of those old bananas and add 3 to a bowl, mash them up. Then I'm doing 2/3 cup of sugar and 6 tablespoons of butter, and then a teaspoon and a half of your vanilla. You want to just gently mix that together. What we're making is banana bread muffins. These are going to be so good. Take your 1 egg, whisk it up, and then add that into the mixture, and you kind of just whisk the mixture together. I don't go back in usually with another beater because you don't want to overbeat it because it's going to kind of be more bread. Then I'm doing 1.5 cups of our flour. And then I'm just going to, again, just take my little mixer. Now I have that extra bowl set aside because I intended to mix my dry ingredients separately. And I just got distracted and started piling everything in that bowl. But you want to do a teaspoon of baking soda and then a big generous teaspoon of cinnamon. I love it to be a little bit extra cinnamony. And we're going to make some banana bread muffins. And we're also going to do kind of a twist and give them a French toast twist at the end if you so choose. But these are so easy to make. You probably already have everything in your cabinets. And don't mind me over here using some Christmas cupcake liners. We're just going to pretend like this is fall plus Christmas in July. I need some cute little fall cupcake liners. Wouldn't that be adorable? Well, we're going to use what we have on hand though. Now you want to fill your muffin tins about 3/4 way full, or your muffin cups. I just put them into cups, not tins. And these are also great. You can freeze them for up to 3 months after you've baked them. So it's a good little snack to have. And all the fun things. Now, you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And for me, I baked these for 16 minutes. I poked a toothpick in them to make sure that they were done. Now you guys can take 1/4 cup of brown sugar and then a big giant teaspoon of cinnamon, or add a little bit more. I'm kind of a cinnamony gal. And actually in the comment section, let me know if you could choose a spice, what spice would you be? So I'm just going to mix up that brown sugar and cinnamon, and here is how our delicious, delectable, so good muffins are looking. We're going to let them all cool and give them a nice taste test.
Yum. This is so good. Most delicious, pretty healthy breakfast.
Now this part is optional, but if you want to make a banana bread cinnamon toast muffin, just use your cinnamon and brown sugar that you mixed up, dip your muffin in some butter, and then a little bit of the brown sugar cinnamon, and that is going to give it that cinnamon toast crunch, delicious topping. It's so yummy. This is so easy to do, and I'm already putting butter on my muffin anyway, so I feel like, I don't know, this probably isn't the healthiest thing to do, but it is so delicious. And I also have a recipe for applesauce donuts that's kind of similar to this, except for you use apples, and let me know in the comment section if you guys want me to do that one.
Okay, this is the bee's knees right here. It's just a little bit of butter, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Probably not quite as healthy now, but if you need to switch up your banana muffins, which I do because I make them all the time, try this.
Now for this Dollar Tree DIY, we are just going to take some of these super cute little wooden leaves. They come in a pack, so you can get, looks like 5 of them in the pack, and they come with little hangers. I'm just going to use the rest of this house paint. It is just the very scraping the bottom of the barrel, but I just love this hue so much. So we're just going to paint the leaves front and back. I used 2 coats, and then we're going to add them to a cute little garland to just really jazz and fancy them up and make them into a garland. Okay, now that we have all of our leaves done and they're ready to roll, I'm just going to use this little garland. It originally came from Walmart. It was $4.88, but Dollar Tree also has these wooden bead garlands as well. I just spaced my leaves apart to where they're kind of evenly spaced, but I'm not being super particular. I wanted to be really particular and count each bead, and then I was like, nope, I'm going to resist the urge. I'm going to resist the urge to be a perfectionist OCD person. And I'm just going to take the little string that was originally in the little leaf pack and just simply tie them to the garland, and then we'll find a fun little spot for the garland. To hang my little garland, I just added 2 push pins to the top of this little spot here above my stove, and then I'm just going to just kind of straighten the garland. And then I thought it'd be fun to add some fall foliage also to the top. Now this is a neutral foliage, which I think is nice because I'm doing a lot more pastels, but last year I mixed in the oranges and all their traditional fall colors with my pinks and whites. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think I should do fall foliage wise. Here is how it looks. I think it just looks so adorable and just really makes the space feel so festive. I hope you guys are loving it and are trying it. And this for this DIY, we're going to take my fall sign from Hobby Lobby. You guys have seen this for the last 4 or 5 years on my channel, and I've always wanted to paint it but never had the nerve. So I was like, you know what, we're just going to try it this year. We're just going to go for it. We're going to do things that we wanted to do and that we just never have gotten around to, or that we're scared to try. So I just took some painter's tape and covered up the little bulbs because that's where the light is going to shine through. I'm using all the spray paint I had on hand, which was white, light pink, and hot pink. So I just gave it multiple layers, so hopefully it's layered and covered and doesn't show the orange through. Again, I was trying not to be perfect with this, but ended up trying to get as much coverage as I could because the white and pale pink just didn't give very much. And then this one started running out too, and I was like, oh no, this is going to be a fail. But actually, I think it's probably one of my favorite DIYs for fall because look at this. How adorable is this? It makes my kitchen look so happy, you guys. I want to share with you guys how you can jazz up the little Dollar Tree wreath hangers. So recently I posted a video from Hobby Lobby, and they're showing for the new season these really cute little wreath hangers that have pumpkins on them. Now I'm going to do a shabby chic take on this, but you guys could easily just do like an orange pumpkin. So you paint your hanger or leave it as is depending upon what color of hanger you find at the Dollar Tree. I'm also using some E6000 and hot glue to glue my little pumpkin, my wooden pumpkin on. So these little wooden pumpkins come, I think, 6 to a pack at Dollar Tree. And then bam, we have a Hobby Lobby dupe on their cute little wreath hangers. The next Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with you guys how you can take those little inexpensive Dollar Tree pumpkins and give them a paint coat. So I'm just using this pink paint that I found at Lowe's, but use craft paint, like whatever you guys have on hand is really going to be pretty good. The only thing I would avoid with the foam pumpkins is do not use spray paint because that is going to melt the foam. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is taking this little B7000 glue and some little Totally Dazzled jewels. I'm going to bedazzle this pumpkin. I have wanted to try this technique for so long, and they've sent me one of their dazzle kits, so thank you Totally Dazzled for sending out one of these kits. I want to give away some of these jewels and stencils too if you guys are interested in them. But you just take the little B7000 glue, and you want to get the B7000 because it has this little tip, and it has just a little cover for the tip that's going to keep your glue good to go, like the regular E7000 or E6000 pours out. Anyway, then you just take this little tool and you grab the little tiny jewels and adhere them to the top of the pumpkin. And I honestly thought that my eyes were too bad to do this, that my hand-eye coordination was too bad to do this, but it's really not. I actually did this without my glasses on because I have misplaced my glasses. I lost my good glasses somewhere at my house. I don't know where they are. So I'm using my little Dollar Tree readers for now, but I even did this without my Dollar Tree readers. Now, I'm not really for sure about the pattern. This is the first time I've ever tried this, but you just add the little glue on, and it has this little pointer tip for the glue. So it just makes little tiny glue spots. And you want to work it in sections. I noticed that like when I got too much glue on, it got a little goopy. So you just work in tiny sections and you just add the little jewels on, and you kind of have to be patient with the jewels. And again, this is the first time I've ever done this, so be patient with me. If you guys are really good at this, give me some tips and tricks. Am I even doing this right? So anyway, but this is super fun to do, and you just need the glue and the little tiny gems, and then you add those and you really probably could bedazzle anything. I think you can even bedazzle clothes, hats, whatever it is that you want to make fancy. You guys go for it. They make stencils also that you guys can use to draw out patterns, which I'm super interested to try. So here is my little Shabby Chic pumpkin patch. There was little Shabby Chic pumpkins that we're going to make, and then I have that mixed in with the fabric pumpkins that we're going to make, and then the fun little dazzled pumpkin. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to share all of these with you. And the reason we're starting these early is because it does take time to make over your pumpkin patch to make it a Shabby Chic pumpkin patch. So I am going to hopefully do some traditional colors, but I have done, here is that little dazzled one up close. But anyway, I hope you guys love it and try it and get creative with it. Okay, the next Dollar Tree DIY, grab some of those little Dollar Tree wooden pumpkin cutouts and paint them whatever color you love. So you can paint them orange, green, pink, purple, blue, whatever color you love. We're making shabby chic ones, so of course I chose pink, and then I have this little leftover piece of lace. It's a lace curtain. So easy to do. Add a big little dollop of glue all the way around your pumpkin, and then cut off the lace, and then you guys can get creative with this once you have your lace added, or you could even leave the lace off, or you could do a couple with the lace and a couple without. I have this cute little, it's just like a little embroidered flower from the thrift store. I'm just cutting apart pieces. So just grab some of your craft stash and your little goodies and give it a go. Now, I have to ask you guys, does this look more like an apple now though? Because I feel like with that lighter pinkish reddish color, I was like, oh, I think my pumpkin may look like an apple, but I know it's a pumpkin. Maybe you guys don't know if it's a pumpkin, but here is the final look. I added a cute little bow. Of course, you guys know I love big bows and I cannot lie, and I am thinking that these are so adorable with my little shabby chic pumpkin patch. So get crafting early if you're going to do some of these fun designs. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take this little Happy Harvest box, and I actually got a ton of craft supplies from my sweet friend Stacy, and a lot of them are Dollar Tree, and so I'm just going to try making over this box. So my idea was to repaint this box. It has a lot of cute little pumpkins and sunflowers, so I'm going to repaint it in a shabby chic style. I almost did not include this craft because I actually felt like it was a fail. I was going to be like, well, I'm going to include this one, but I'm going to tell them it's my craft fail. But then after I got to looking at it, I actually kind of loved it. Do you guys ever do that with your crafts? Anyway, I'm just taking some pink paint and I'm repainting the pumpkins pink and just adding in different shades of pink paint. I have some of it's like house paint, some of it's from Dollar Tree, but I just really had fun with it. Now I did lay down a base coat of just some white craft paint. It would have been better probably if I would have had some chalk paint for some of my painting projects today, but I do not. So I'm just gonna roll with what I have. I hope you guys do the same. Have fun with it, get creative, get a little detail brush, and just go to town. I didn't paint over the original painting as much so I could still see through it. I hope that makes sense. So I ended up outlining the little pumpkins with a little bit of a darker pink, and I felt like that gave them a little bit more dimension. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is this a craft fail or not? I also added in some of my pink coffee filter roses to it. I think adding in the dimension is really helping it because it was kind of hard to tell like what was going on with it. And I still don't even know, do they look like pink pumpkins or pink tomatoes? I also probably should go back in with some green to make green leaves. I didn't have the green paint out today, but that might be an idea now that I'm thinking about it and looking back on it. It's so funny what I see after I've been crafting for you guys, because I'm actually crafting upside down and kind of backwards. The camera is facing me, and so I'm trying to craft as much as I can where you guys can see and I can also see. Here's the final look. I popped in some of those coffee filter roses. I think it looks pretty, but I think it needs some green, maybe some green vines. Is it a craft fail or not? Let me know in the comment section below, and you won't hurt my feelings, trust me. Really with my painting skills, I feel like I'm just kind of relaxed with it. Like, I'm not the best painter. I feel like, well, maybe I'm more of a Monet type painter where it's just a little bit more wishy-washy. Okay, for this Dollar Tree DIY, I have a bunch of these little Dollar Tree velvet pumpkins. If you guys have been around for a while, you probably might have some as well. You can easily make them over with some fabric. So this is that pink fabric that I used in one of the last videos that I made for you all with the big giant bow. I saved some scraps for it because, again, I want to make a big giant shabby chic pumpkin patch. And let me know also if you guys are interested in me listing any of my pink fall goodies on Etsy. Maybe you guys might want to pick some of them up if you're not in the mood to craft or don't have the time to, because it is a lot to make over all of your fall to make it into shabby chic, which is kind of what I'm thinking about doing, but also probably leaving some of my traditional fall for some of the areas like maybe in the exterior of my home, even though I probably will do also shabby chic outside. So I'm just going to do a mix, kind of like I did last year, but maybe a little bit more shabby chic. And then I also have this little vintage rose fabric left over. Oh, you guys, I need some crafting fabric. I need some shabby chic crafting fabric. I do not have any rose fabric, and I keep hunting the thrift stores and I'm not finding anything. The next step for this project was to just gold leaf with some adhesive glue on my stem and then add in the little metal adhesive. If you guys hear any background noise, it is my puppy dog Beachy Bear, and my son is also home working on his boat with his buddies, and I'll insert a clip maybe towards the end. I love having him home. But I'm doing my voiceover, and so he keeps coming in and out of the house to grab things out of the fridge. They had just picked up some Chick-fil-A and how to get the yum yum sauce out of the fridge. So if you hear him whistling or making sounds, that's my son. Say hi to Max. Here is how those little shabby chic pumpkins turned out. I cannot wait to share with you guys my shabby chic pumpkin. We're going to create these beautiful glam pumpkins using ceramic pumpkins from the Dollar Tree and these beautiful glam jewels. You're going to find these in the crafters square. They already have adhesive on the back, so all you have to do is run the adhesive jewel down the side of the pumpkin, trim it off, and voila, you have this beautiful, I feel like these are Cinderella pumpkins. They're just so glamorous and gorgeous. Now, I think you guys can use these on any colors or styles that suit your personal decor, and I skipped every other one and just ran them down the little grooves that were in the pumpkin. I'm also going in with my Deco paint pen kind of marker. I got this at Michael's, but they also carry the gold paint pens at Dollar Tree, and I decided to dazzle up the stem just a little bit with some gold accents. I just thought that kicked it up a notch, and I'm also running out of this paint pen, so I'm gonna need to make a trip to Michael's very soon. But I'm just adding that gold stem, and then I'm running the little jewels down the sides of the pumpkins. Now, as I went along, I realized that I wanted to add jewels down every single groove. So the one on the right, the little kind of maroon pink pumpkin, is going to be one way that you guys could do it, but you can kick it up a notch and just add jewels down the entire thing, depending upon how many you have. And it did take, I believe, 2 to 3 strips per pumpkin. Now, again, you can skip the grooves, or you guys can just totally go all out and use jewels on every little groove. Now here's how my pumpkins look after I dazzled them up with all these beautiful jewels. Now I'm going in to make them just a little bit extra with this pretty little brooch. I get all of my brooch jewels off totallydazzled.com. I will leave a link for them down below. They're super inexpensive on their jewels. You could also make these with some memory jewelry from a loved one, or maybe you have a broken earring that was just too pretty to throw away in your crafting stash. The sky is the limit on these. Oh my goodness. Now tell me these don't remind you of a Cinderella dazzled up going to the ball. Just so fun and fabulous and glam. I feel like every decor can really use just a cute little touch of glam, maybe in your beauty space or whatnot. It's my little puppy dog Benji Bear, my little 4-year-old terrier. I don't know if you guys have been here from when I first got him, which was 4 years ago, so that was back in 2020. But he had this fun little toy monster which I found, and of course it was a stuffed toy. I got it at Walmart so many years ago, and it has seen better days, kind of like me. a little bit shabby. The stuffing has completely come out, but he still loves this toy. So Benji Bear wants to say hi to all his puppy dog and kitty cat fans out there. We are so blessed to have you guys here, and if you guys know Benji Bear, he likes to play, but he doesn't like to share.
Thank you guys so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It is such a true blessing and honor to have each and every one of you guys here. For those of you all that have just clicked on this video and are new, welcome. I am Olivia's romantic home. I'm a DIY crafting mama, and I love to share with you guys how you can have a boutique, gorgeous home on a budget. I truly believe you do not have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Now listen, please pop over to my Olivia's romantic home, a DIY Facebook page where I share daily crafting inspiration with you guys, like 7 or 8 videos a day to keep you guys totally inspired to craft and decorate and make your home fabulous on a budget. I have also been doing a devotional. I'm giving away 3 of these in collaboration with my sweet friend Stacy. We're giving away the He Whispers Your Name devotional. It's by Cherry Hill. You can grab it off of Amazon if you don't want to wait for the giveaway, but I will be announcing the giveaway this weekend, so you guys stay tuned for that. Now we're in August now, so I'm being traditional and just going into August 1st for this one, and this one says more than meets the eye. I know it's easy to walk by sight instead of by faith. What seems so much more real than what you don't, but the spiritual realm is just as real as the physical. Your humanness gets in the way of discerning spiritual realities, so you need to be continually connected to me through prayer to see them. I will give you spiritual understanding. Ask and keep on asking. When you call upon me, I will answer. The Spirit will lead and guide you, teaching you things that you do not know. You will not always have a complete vision or full understanding, but I will lead you step by step. I want you to be at peace knowing that you are being led by my Spirit instead of making decisions based on your own finite knowledge, emotions, and desires. My guidance is a gift to you, helping you to avoid the pits of destruction. But you must come to me. You must pray and ask me to develop and increase your discernment so that you will have more and more peace. Things aren't always what they seem, so pray that I will give you revelation, and I will. Let those who are wise understand these things, and let those who discernment listen carefully. The paths of the Lord are true and right, and righteous people live by walking in them. But in those paths, sinners stumble and fall. And that's Hosea 14:9. So God is really asking us in this one to stay in prayer so we can listen for that still small voice. You know, we have that voice of discernment. And I can be honest with you guys, I don't always listen to that voice, and I know that I should. And it's so easy to get distracted, but keep yourselves in the word, in prayer, listening to your praise and worship music, and staying in your devotionals. So I hope that this has blessed your heart, and know that God is always walking beside you, and we must do our best day on that path. So I love you guys so much. I'm hugging your hearts so big. Ooh, big old squishy hugs. I hope you guys are having a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed weekend and day and all the fun things. So, you know, if you guys need prayer, drop a prayer request down below. I'm going to ask for you guys to say a little prayer for my mama heart as I get ready to send my daughter off to college. Super excited for that, but it's going to be a big transition because it'll be an empty nester. So anyway, I love you guys, and until our next video, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another. It will talk to you guys very soon. Bye.